Your MLM business will start to grow when you get skills at hosting online meetings and also presenting the business opportunity to your prospects. Today's episode is about transferring this skill to your downline. If you're anything like me, you know network marketing is an amazing way to build a business that will literally change your life forever. But you also see that there are huge challenges that are starting to emerge, like how do I know I'm in the right company? Or where can I find more prospects? Or how do I duplicate myself to create a strong downline? These are some of the blaring questions we face every day. This podcast will show you how professional networkers like us rise above misconception, haters and naysayers to help those who really focus on becoming a better version of themselves and decide to create the dream lifestyle. Follow this podcast while I combine timeless and proven network marketing principles with new and mind-blowing ways to build a never-growing downline that will help you reach the highest ranks of your MLM and create unlimited freedom for you and your family. My name is Mario Blanco and welcome to Ace Networkers Academy Radio. Wham! What's up everyone? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're crushing it with your MLM. Today we have a real meat and potatoes episode because we are going to be covering an important skill or number of skills to pass on to your downline, and these are related to arranging and running online meetings. As I was saying, if you want to grow your team and you want to not to be doing it the work all the time yourself, you have to just these skills, duplicate them onto your downline and your leaders. So just to set up the scenario in regards meetings, you are going to be the speaker of those meetings and your new leader will be the host. You want to make sure that your new leader's guests understand that this meeting is for them, even though there might be other attendants, because normally you might want to have obviously more than one attendant to these meetings where you present the business opportunity. Because if you don't do this, the guests will not feel as interested to attend the meeting. It's like, okay, well, this is not exactly for me, there's other people, but you need to make sure that you make them feel like that it is that meeting is really for them. Also, these two online meetings will help you and your new leader to achieve a number of goals. Number one, to spread the message about this new business opportunity, which allows people to become a network marketing professional, make their dreams come true and reach financial freedom. Number two, to show your new leader, who is going to be the host of the meeting, how online meetings are properly done. Point number three, to build a relationship between you, you are the speaker and sponsor, your new leader, who is the host of the meeting, as I was saying, and the people who were invited to the meeting. And point number four, to help your new leader self-develop and grow as such leader. There's another, from another perspective, there's some points to consider for a successful and productive meeting. Point number one is the invitation itself. In this area, you need to know that your new leaders will get confidence at inviting people when they feel prepared to answer prospect questions and deal with objections. And also that there's two types of questions that you might be facing. Some of them are, so first type is knowledge-based questions, which are related maybe to the company or the products. And then there's another type which is excuse-based questions that normally you tend to respond using a mirror response. For example, if someone is saying that he's quite busy or he doesn't have much time, you can answer, you wouldn't have invited him if you thought if you thought time was a problem for him and it would be taking long time. So it's just mirroring what he's putting there out as a excuse. So second point to consider for a productive meeting is that a solid coaching of the meeting's host is quite important. You have to explain him how to invite, and you can use episode 14 as a reference for that. And also, you need to explain him how the meeting is articulated, because basically you can see a meeting like there's 3 meetings within that meeting. There is a meeting before the meeting, which is that time you spend at the beginning, where you just waiting for all the attendants to be present, and you take the opportunity to get to know a bit more about your guests. So that's the meeting before the meeting. Then there is the presentation of the opportunity itself, where there are 2 parts. First one is the host presents the speaker to the guests, and at that time there is an edification process. So the host is presenting you, and he's edifying and putting you kind of in that situation where you looked as a reference or as an authority in the topic you're going to cover. And then the second part is that the speaker yourself, you will be presenting the opportunity. And my advice is that you shouldn't be spending more than 45 minutes, and make the presentation as simple as you can. Then in regards to how the meeting is articulated, this third meeting, which is the meeting after the meeting, and that is once you have completed your presentation, then you go into a dialogue or discussion, let's say, where you will be answering questions and finding what further information the guests will need, and you would be arranging a follow-up meeting. So that's let's say the third meeting within the meeting. So that's in regards the coaching of the meeting's host. Then another point to consider for a successful and productive meeting is the host's personal conviction, because the host himself must be prepared to answer questions and solve objections, showing a deep conviction on the opportunity. That is key, because at the end of the day, is just if you have to convey somehow the way you talk, you need to convey that conviction when you are just talking about the opportunity. And this is a fundamental aspect if we want guests to consider joining our team. So you need to, I don't know how to say it, but it's like you should be doing some training with your upline and make sure that you have gone through all potential questions and covered them. Your upline should know what are the usual questions. So in that sense, you are really prepared when it comes to arranging and running the meeting. And then there's other points to consider. One point would be to make sure you're familiar with the answers to those common questions that are asked after the presentation. Another point is just to focus your efforts on answering questions to those who show a real interest. There might be many people asking questions, but you need to have some sort of skill to really be able to filter out those who you see they're not really interested, and you might be noticing that other people are really showing genuine interest, and those are the ones you want to focus on when you are answering. Then, if people ask about the products or the compensation plan, tell them you will provide the information and use that. You see, you can use that as a resource to arrange a follow-up meeting to answer the questions they will have, and after going through the information. So this way, you are kind of moving people, keep moving people, and creating the situation where they will be having another chance to get exposed to the information of your MLM, and you sharing with him further information. So the more he gets exposed to your MLM's information, the more chances you have to get that guest to join your team. You can ask questions like, who do you think could be your first leaders? Or another question would be, what were the points that interested you the most? Or yet another question could be, how do you believe this project could change the quality of your life? Or another question could go as, how would you feel on the day you actually make your dreams come true? So it's just, you are making them think, and really how make them visualize as if they were already within your team, and what the benefits would be. So that's the purpose of asking those questions. Another point to consider is to schedule follow-up meetings before ending the current meeting, because as I was saying, just don't wait. Don't wait to have another catch up later on and asking for another day for another meeting. Just set up and schedule and book another meeting just before ending that meeting, because that way you're making sure you are going to be having a follow-up meeting and being able in a situation where you have the chance to get them exposed to all your MLM's content. So another chance to having them join the team. And also, in terms of, I don't know how would I put it, but maybe not logistics, but anyway, it's just about being effective and efficient, in the sense that you need to keep in mind that normally when you book them to come to the meeting, when it comes to really attending, that day they might not be able to join for whatever the reason. They might not be making it to the meeting. So you need to invite enough guests to make sure you compensate for those who are not going to be attending in the end. So that was it for today. So I covered step 6 of 9 for duplication in network marketing. This is a major step, because you're going to be spending lots of time presenting the business opportunity and conveying a sense of, I would say, urgency from some point of you, but at the same time that you have emotion towards your MLM and the benefits of your MLM. Because sometimes the way you talk, the way you address your guests may be communicating more than the words themselves. So emotionally, they will see you really excited about what you're talking about. They will see you involved, and they will feel that. So you get more chances when you convey that excitement in that way. So as I was saying, this important step of duplication is something not to overlook, and you have to make sure you cover all the points I was referring to, and you make sure that you make sure you have experience and develop a good skill, and then you transfer that skill to your new leaders, and then you will be duplicating. And duplicating is key for growth. Anything else? I don't have any other content for now. I'll see you in the next episode. God bless. Hey, thanks for listening. Please remember to rate and subscribe. I know there's tough to find people to pitch when your warm market of friends and family dries up, right? So stay tuned and we will solve this problem together, one episode at a time.